So what we can do here, take a look over at our form designer, which is obviously more of a graphical look. By clicking here, we can see this is what the form is very close to what it would look like set onto the device once it's deployed. We leave a couple of things generic, little things, obviously a little logo we can add here. Easy way to add the logo, simply click on that and browse for any file that you may have. In this case, I have a quick little company logo. Drop that in, and there's your logo, which will appear on the device. Let's take a look at customer info. You remember we added, this is where you'd be filling out all the contact information. Does not have email address because we just added that. So let's show what we can do here is simply add the label. Drop that in. Email address. And then add the field itself. Drop that over here next to that. Resizing things. Once that's set up, take a look over to the side at the data source field. Very simple. Click on that, opens up a drop down. You can select your different fields that you saw earlier. Click email address so that lines up. Email address is now entered into that field, and then tracks back so you can map it to your database. Third group here, this is obviously, we've separated into 3 tabs to make it easier as a good flow through for the user. I can show you how we can even add a brand new image. In this case, what I'll do here is just click right here. It gives us a nice image box. And then we can click on the image file area, browse again, simple event logo, just to make it look a little more interesting. Doesn't serve any purpose other than looking better. So here's our image for that. And here we are with a completed customization of a downloaded mobile solution from our TracerPlus Solution Center online. Next step will be deploying that to our device. So we'll just click on the Tools toolbar, go to Build Deploy, and hit the Deploy key. And we can see it deploying right to the device. We're finished with there. And at this point, what I have is a emulation of a mobile device, so you can all see this well. Pop that up. Here we are with a simple Windows mobile device. Click the Start menu, open TracerPlus 5. And here we are with our form designer. We have our data entry and our view data tabs. Notice the configure tab is not visible to the user on the device. Click here and we can begin adding our entry information. Obviously, we see here event date, auto entered, the event date itself. Just name whatever the event might be. Description is say a barcode show in New York. And the rep, we had a drop-down list, is Brian for this. Obviously, we hit that with the drop-down, moves along to customer info, and here's the attendee ID. We were talking about, say, scanning a laminate or a barcode, adding the person's name, and adding of the other contact information like address, phone number, zip code, etc. Finish that one and finish that. Move on to the customer need. We can see the 2 drop downs we discussed earlier. So we're going to send literature, and in this case we can see our 2 note fields and just move on from there, and it resets to the customer info tab. No need to re-enter the event information. Just simply start with your next person that you're visiting with, customer info, move on to the customer need. Let's move back to our home screen or the launcher screen and hit the view data button. And I can look at what's been gathered so far, and you'll notice that it only has the single tab shown right now for event. Now we'll go back to TracerPlus Desktop, and I can remind you, moving to the field settings, click on the event. You can see where it says Show in Grid. That's the check mark I mentioned earlier. The other fields do not have the Show in Grid, therefore they're not visible on the mobile device. Gives you an option of whether or not you want to show that out there, have it visible while the person is gathering the information. So that basically wraps up our quick little demo of customizing Solution Center template or sample apps that are up on our website and also available through TracerPlus Desktop. Thank you very much for joining us.